What's up, TikTok? I know you guys probably thought I forgot about you, but I have not. And I am back with an official Ghost Kitchen and Restaurant update to let you guys know what has been going on behind the scenes, okay? So, first things first, if you're new to my channel, yes, I used to do Instacart, but I left that Instacart and gigging nonsense alone to go off and open up my own restaurant because I was so sick and tired of putting my blood, sweat, and tears into these gig apps that were paying pennies. So, we opened a restaurant last month here in Austin, Texas, right? And I having absolutely no restaurant experience, right? It was just my thought, my feeling that I knew how to cook, okay? And I also knew that beyond knowing how to cook, I did not want to go back into the corporate environment. I was so sick of meetings. I was so sick of being CC'd on emails. I was so sick of quarterly reviews, annual reviews. I was so sick of being stuck in traffic. It just came to a point in my life where I knew I did not want to go back to work for someone. And so that's where gigging came in. That's where the day trading comes in. I also do day trading. It was just a way for me to break the obligation of having to go into a traditional 9 to 5 job. I didn't want that, okay? So we decided to open up a restaurant. And as you can see, do you guys see that 100% review ratings? 100%. And this is for me, not really having any restaurant experience and also not knowing whether or not people were going to like the foods that I was preparing. It's just me taking a step out on faith and just knowing and believing in the vision that I have for myself. So yes, people have given my restaurant, my new restaurant, 100% rating. Now that doesn't mean that we're going to be able to maintain that, but it's just a very affirming moment for me to see that people are liking what I'm doing. So we opened the restaurant, you guys, and while the reviews are great, I do want to talk about a couple of things that I was not expecting as a new restaurant and ghost kitchen owner. Some of the things that they don't tell you. And so I'm going to give you guys some insight. So just in case this is something that you ever decide to do, you'll have the knowledge going into it that I did not. Now, first of all, you're going to have to get on all of these delivery platforms. The biggest ones being DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, right? Those are going to be your bread and butter. Now, coming from a consumer standpoint going into it, it was my thought that these restaurants who were on these platforms didn't pay to be there. I thought that the fees were assessed to the customers. But what I've since come to realize is that Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, these companies are making money on both the front end and the back end. Because as a restaurateur, you have to pay a fee per order. Typically, it's going to be around, are you guys ready for this? Uber, DoorDash, all of these companies are charging anywhere from probably 20 to 30% per order, okay? That's how expensive it is for a restaurant to be on those platforms, okay? So that's 20 to 30% per order, and that's just the base of the order. Now, the platforms have so many restaurants on there that you can put a promotion on those restaurants, but if your promotion is not visible, it's going to have sort of mediocre results. So after even placing the promotion on the platform, you also have to advertise the promotion. You have to promote the promotion, okay? Okay, so promoting the promotion can cost you upwards of another 30%, believe it or not. Depending on the promotion that you create. Also, if maybe you're creating a BOGO, a buy one, get one promotion, all of those things are going to be cutting into your bottom line, okay? Now, I don't say this as a deterrent, right? Because it can be pretty scary to know that as the proprietor, you're probably walking away with about 40% of the earnings on a good day. 40. That's on a good day. But what you have to realize, and you have to go into it with the mindset that this will not always be the case. Right now, you are just trying to get your legs underneath you. You are trying to get your product out there in front of people. You're trying to make sure that you are building a loyal audience who are going to continue to follow and support your business and make sure that your business is on an upward trajectory and can continue to grow. So, speaking of that, being supported, out of nowhere, you guys, I don't know where this guy came from, but he is like an Uber Eats angel, right? So, some guy randomly started coming to my restaurant, right? And by coming to my restaurant, he started ordering through Uber Eats. And so, he got one meal. And he came back on my website, or he came back to my account, my Uber Eats account, and he reviewed the food that he got. And he left 5 stars, right? And because he left a review, I decided to give him a $5 discount, okay? So that $5 discount prompted him to go back and order a second time for me, and this time he ordered something different. And he came back and he left another 5-star review. And so he's essentially been on this cycle for the past, 3 weeks, because I've only been open for 3 weeks, where he buys food from me. I give him a coupon. We're business partners at this point. I don't know if he knows it, but every time he leaves a review, I don't hesitate to send him $5. And that would be one of the biggest tips I would give to a new restaurant owners. I know that it can be a little intimidating to feel like you're constantly letting money go out the door. But these reviews, knowing that this guy is going to constantly keep coming back and leaving reviews every time I see $5, in my mind is probably the best $5 that I've spent in quite some time. And having him as a loyal customer definitely helps to boost me in the algorithm on Uber Eats. Also, getting those reviews helps to boost me in the algorithm on Uber Eats. So let's talk about getting boosted in the algorithm and also increasing visibility, which is something that you're going to have a hard time doing at the beginning. So one of the things that I would encourage new restaurant owners to do, and this is what I've been doing, is to open late, okay? I know it may not sound like the best idea, but I'm telling you guys, there have been days since I've opened my restaurant. I go in probably around 11:30 because I want to be prepared for the lunch rush. Only there's no lunch rush because most restaurants are open at that time. Most of those restaurants are already established, so it's hard to gain traction. But the way that you gain traction is by staying open late, and being open late upwards of 2:33 a.m. is going to put you in a position where you're not having to compete with such a saturated market and get you greater visibility. So that's just a little tip that I would advise any brand new restaurant owner who's thinking about opening up a restaurant or a ghost kitchen, to make sure you're opening or staying open as late as possible. So anyhow, you guys, quickly here. So we are almost, I shouldn't say almost, we have made a slight profit, right? Probably maybe a couple hundred dollars, but that is okay. And even that is not profit because we're reinvesting it back into new materials for the restaurant. We got a new stove recently. We're also creating a new menu. So things are actually moving along at a rapid pace. Anyhow, I need to get dressed and get out of here because I have work to do, but I just wanted to come on and create this video really quick to let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about you, and I will continue to try to give you guys these updates on occasion. But because I'm so busy at the restaurant, I can't, give you guys a schedule. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. And also remember to ask yourself, if you are not out here hustling, what are you doing? I'll see you in the next video.